Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 6 in season number 1 of the NRLOA ARCA Racing Series presented by Krispy Kreme. We're at my home state track, Pocono Raceway, for the Pocono ARCA 200, a 12-lap race around the Tricky Triangle. And this race really is tricky, or this track really is tricky, because I did something to it. I don't know what I did, but we go like sometimes 140 miles per hour. Like on the straightaways, but it's really messed up. But the thing is, the way it was before, we had no passing, but the way it is now, we do, and it's very, very unique. Because if you race on the inside lane, you're not going anywhere. But you race the outside lane, especially in turns 2 and 3, you get a really good run off the corner. And if you saw Season 3 Chick-fil-A Cup Series, the first Pocono race especially, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I did, but it's awesome. It's weird, but it's still awesome. And that's why we're going to have 2 races here in the ARCA Racing Series presented by Krispy Kreme. Only this and New Smyrna will have 2 races in the season. Anyways, let's get to the starting lineup here at Pocono. It's Ryan Madden on the pole. Alongside him, it's Zachary Fitzwater. Then it's Dean Wickard, Johnny Bryant, Trey Bartow, Stuart Gratton, John Arndt, John Andrews, who won the last race. No, he didn't win the last race. He won 2 races ago at Toledo. Nicholas Gratton, Davey Johnson, Jake Ferguson, Dan Park, Nicholas Samadio, it's Philip Goldberg, Julian Quintero, Oscar Ramirez, Garrett Zenor, Tristan Allen, Reagan Whitlock, Hairgel Arvin Alonzo, Wolfgang Stone, Jordan Newman, Austin Spencer, Cole Baker, Grayson Acevedo, Jesse Turner, Blaine Keys, Tyler Selzman, our last winner, Nick Smith, who won at Watkins Glen on Monday, Mason Powers and Matt Tuck. That's the full field starting here at the Pocono Raceway in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. Let's get these cars rolling off so we can start this race. Should be a good one. Should be, I hope it is. And the phone's ringing again, so hold on just a minute. Okay. Yeah, so this is the same day I recorded that ridiculous modified race you saw yesterday. My goodness, that was something. But yeah, I'm still home alone, and I still gotta take all the phone calls, and like, the whole world wants to call me today for some reason. I don't really know why. Anyways, let's get this race started. It's 12 laps of action around the Tricky Triangle. The pace car's gonna pull off, and Ryan Madden and Zachary Fitzwater are gonna lead us to the green flag. And everybody's starting, so that's great. Here we go. We're racing at Pocono in the Pocono ARCA 200. Turn the sound up a little bit here. I didn't have the sound up for the modified race yesterday. The outside lane is usually the place to be here at this racetrack, but Ryan Madden's trying to get that inside to work, but Fitzwater in the 5, who finished last at Watkins Glen on Monday, he's now out front here at Pocono. Dean Wicker trying to get to the outside of Ryan Madden, and you might see that outside lane work very well here. Yep, look at what Dean Wickard is doing. Perfect. Outside lane worked perfectly for him. And Dean Wickard, who actually isn't the points leader anymore, Wolfgang Stone is the points leader, but heading into Watkins Glen, Dean Wickard was the points leader. We see the 40 getting a run on the outside. That's John Arndt to the outside of Ryan Madden for 3rd. But it is Dean Wickard who will lead the first lap of action here at Pocono. Great run for him in the number 25. He's had a very solid season so far. I know he's top 5 in points somewhere, and a win here today might get him into that points lead. 23, Stuart Gratton, trying to work the outside to get a run. And I don't understand why nobody really works the outside. Everybody goes to the inside for some reason, but those few that go to the outside, they do very well. Nobody really getting a very good run there. We call it the magic line, the outside lane, because they go so fast up there, and it's quite something. See if anybody is going on that outside here. Got Quintero and Senor deep in the field on the outside, but they're not getting too good of a run up there, and it's going to remain Dean Wicker. Dean Wicker is going to remain out front here at Pocono. John Arndt starting to close up to Zachary Fitzwater. That is for 2nd place. Madden Under fire from Stuart Grattan. Grattan trying to get to the inside of him. Not going to be able to do it. I think somebody that might get some positions here soon is Quintero. He's been working the outside lane pretty well here. He's up to 8th place in the 64. And this 40, he's going to get put on the outside. He's going to come back down to the inside. Nobody's really working that outside yet. We had Dean Wicker do it on the first lap, but other than that, nobody's really done it. I mean, that's how Dean Wicker got the lead, and that's how you take the lead here at Pocono. You work that outside lane. And nobody has really figured it out yet. I mean, you see Senor up there, but he's not getting that good of a run in that 66. Very interesting here. It's still anybody's race here at Pocono. It's Dean Wickard still out front. It's Fitzwater second, John Arndt third, Ryan Madden, the pole sitter, running in 4th. And it's Stuart Grattan running in 5th. And here comes the 40 with a good run to the outside. And if you get put on the outside heading into the tunnel turn, I think that's good. And we may see Ryan Madden get a good run because here comes Stuart Grattan with a run to the inside of him. Ryan Madden not going to use that outside lane, but Fitzwater's trying to work it on the outside. I'm not sure if John Arndt's going to put him on the outside heading into 3. And if he does, then that 5's going to get a good run, most likely. But they're all basically going single file. Nobody's going up there. And because of that, Dean Wickard's staying out front. But this is the ARCA Racing Series. Anything can happen in the ARCA Racing Series. Fitzwater is going to get put to the outside. Maybe. John Arndt trying to get to the inside of him. That's going to slow Arndt down. And now Madden's right on the back bumper of him. Basically, they're all on the back bumper of each other here. We got a gap between Johnny Bryan and Julian Quintero. But these 4 guys, they're right on each other. Fitzwater trying to close up to Dean Wickard, but you can't do anything on the inside here, and everybody runs there. I don't really know why. I want to see somebody get to this outside and make something happen, you know. Here we go. Dan Park and Nick Smith, I should say, getting a run on the outside. A little bit of a run there, at least. See Stuart Grattan, he's trying to get to the inside of Ryan Madden. That may help Madden get to that outside. Basically, if you want somebody to drive on the outside, you have to force them up there because they're not going to do them themselves. The thing is, it's just so hard to get to the inside of somebody here that nobody can get to the outside because nobody's getting to the inside of them. Johnny Bryan in the 97 might give Julian Quintero a shot at the outside. Yeah, trying to get a good run there. But it doesn't seem to be working up there. I really thought that it would work for most of these guys on that outside, but it really hasn't yet. Now, Grattan might get it to work here. Okay, there's somebody. Jake Ferguson in the 6. Had a great run there. He's going to get past Quintero. He's going to draft with the 23 of Stuart Grattan. I'm telling you, I really thought we'd see a little more passing here in this race. We're halfway through the Pocono ARCA 200. Here at Pocono Raceway. Madden's going to get stuck on the outside here as Grattan tried to get to the inside of him. Ferguson's going to work the outside, and I think Ferguson's found something in that 6. Ferguson has gotten around Stuart Grattan. Right now running in 5th place. Now Grattan with Davey Johnson getting a good run on that outside. We're going double wide a little more here. You see John Arndt, I think he got put on the outside there. Ferguson's still up there. Ferguson's going to get a great run here. Ferguson is going to get around Ryan Madden for 4th. This is the fast car right here. Jake Ferguson in the 6. Dean Wickard still out front in the 25. Nobody has challenged him for the lead yet. They're going to go 3 wide, or they tried to go 3 wide. Fitzwater's going to get to the outside as John Arndt goes to the inside. And here comes Ferguson in the 6. Will the 5 of Zachary Fitzwater get to the outside of Wickard? He's going to try. Fitzwater's going to get to the outside of Ferguson, and that may allow Fitzwater to get that really good run through the tunnel turn. Here comes Ryan Madden and Davey Johnson on the outside there. This 5's trying to get to the inside of Dean Wickard now. That is not a good thing to do. And there goes Wickard, using that high line and pulling himself away from the rest of the field. Madden's back up to third place. Fitzwater is still in second. And it's Davey Johnson who has moved his way up to fourth place. Ferguson is fifth. 4 to go here at Pocono. Ryan Madden to the outside of Davey Johnson. That is for third. Ferguson trying to work the outside once again. Davey Johnson came out of nowhere to get into the top 5 here. And here comes somebody on that outside. Grattan had a good run going for him, but kind of slowed down. I'm not sure why. Quintero might get on the outside here. Ferguson might get on the outside. If Ferguson has to move up there, and he's getting a run to the outside of Davey Johnson. But he's not going to be able to get alongside him. It's going to be 3 laps to go here for Dean Wickard in the number 25, trying to get his first win of 2016 here on Napa Fan. And his first win in the ARCA Racing Series presented by Krispy Kreme, trying to take that points lead back from Wolfgang Stone. He's really deep in the field right now in that number 52. Not a good place for Stone at all. Fitzwater has closed back up to Wickard, but Fitzwater's trying to get to the inside of him, and that is not how you make a pass here. If you force somebody to the outside, they're only going to pull away even more. Here comes somebody, Davey Johnson in the 54 with a great run through the tunnel turn. You got to stay on that outside, though, and nobody's doing it. Fitzwater's going to get an opportunity, though, as Ryan Madden goes to the inside of him. Will Fitzwater get to the outside of Dean Wickard? Yes, he will. Wickard has led every lap so far, but here comes Zachary Fitzwater in the number 5. Fitzwater's going to lead it with 2 laps to go here at Pocono. Ryan Madden tried to get to the inside of Zachary Fitzwater, and that forced Fitzwater up high, and because of that, Fitzwater got to the outside of Wickard to take the lead. But it ain't over yet. There's still 2 laps to go around this 2.5-mile racetrack. So it's Fitzwater, Dean Wickard, Ryan Madden, Davey Johnson, and Jake Ferguson, the top 5. And Fitzwater works the outside a little bit there, but he's not going to pull away that much from Dean Wickard. Ryan Madden's trying to get to the outside of Wickard, and that might help Madden get a run on Fitzwater. Ryan Madden's the pole sitter of this race, and there he goes! Ryan Madden with a great run to the outside of Fitzwater. And out of nowhere, the 22 of Ryan Madden takes the white flag here at Pocono. But as easy as you saw Ryan Madden take the lead, as easy he could lose it through turn 3. We're going to have to see how this final lap goes down. Wickard has fallen back to 4th place. A late change of events here at Pocono. Fitzwater trying to run a higher lane than Madden to get a run. And Fitzwater's closing in. Zachary Fitzwater in the number 5. He finished last place last time when we were at the Watkins Glen International. Here comes Jake Ferguson in the 6. But as long as nobody gets to the inside of anybody here, Ryan Madden's going to pull away with this win. And nobody's working the magic lane. Fitzwater's trying to get up there, though. But I don't think he's going to have enough on the 22. Ryan Madden takes the victory here at Pocono. How about that? He led 2 laps in this race after starting on the pole. Wickard led 9 of them, the first 9 of them, but he could not hold on. Fitzwater led 1 lap, but Ryan Madden led the last 2, and Madden, out of nowhere, gets the win in the Pocono ARCA 200. It was a good race. I like that. I dig this. Anyways, Ryan Madden, the winner. Zachary Fitzwater, a close second. Jake Ferguson, Dean Wickard, and Davey Johnson, the top 5. That's John Arndt, Julian Quintero, Stuart Grattan, Garrett Tenor, and Johnny Bryant, the top 10. Take a look at the rest of the results right here. Matt Suck ended up finishing in last place, and I think we're going to end up with a new points leader. I think Dean Wickert's going to be up there here for this race, but he didn't get the win, and that's going to slow him down a little bit there. Wickert is still yet to get a win this season here in the ARCA Racing Series, but you did a good job here today. 4th place, not bad. We're just going to have to see how those points go. But anyways, we know the winner is Ryan Madden in the number 22. And unlike that modified race yesterday, we actually have the true official standings sitting right in front of us. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Ryan Madden. And here are the points for the ARCA Racing Series presented by Krispy Kreme. I will see you guys later.